Hello friends. Today I dived into another classical greatest games of the chess world has ever witnessed. It was the year 1907 when Akiba Rubinstein takes on Georg Rotlevi. I tell you a little brief about Akiba Rubinstein. He's arguably the greatest players to have never become a world champion. His tournament victories in 1911 marked one of the most dominant years by any chess player. Even in this game against the fellow Polish player, he reeled off one of the most inspiring combinations of all time. So, without wasting any time, let's go straight to the game where Rubinstein was playing from the black. So, let me flip the board. And here the white started with d4 and d5 in the reply, knight to f3 and e6, e3, c5, and now c4. So basically that's a combination, Queen's Gambit, and now Rubinstein played knight to c3, knight to c6, and that's Queen's Gambit Declined, where knight to c3 was played, and now knight to f6, and now here comes uh, d takes c5, where bishop takes c5, and now a3 because now white is preparing a b5 b4. So that is why a6 from Rubinstein, and now here comes b4, where bishop moved to d6. Now bishop to b2 and castles for the black, and a queen to d2 was played. Even I would suggest instead of playing queen to d2 here, the better move was to play c takes d5, where e takes d5, and now you can play bishop to e2 and now bishop to e6, and the game can continue. But here in the game, queen to d2 was played, where queen to e7, now bishop to d3. But friends, bishop to d3 is a mistake, and most engines suggest it is indeed a mistake. The better move to play here is c takes d5, where again e takes d5, as the pattern I've shown you a little earlier, where bishop can go to e2 and now bishop to e6, and now white can castle. But here in the game, bishop to d3 was played, and now I tell you one very exam from the learning's perspective. I show you one example here. So here d takes c4 was played, and now you move the black, because you played bishop to d3 and you allowed black to capture a pawn, and that too with a tempo, and now of course you can play bishop to c4, but now here comes bishop b5, right? Sorry, b5, and now you have to move the bishop again, bishop to d3. So what exactly you are doing, you're allowing black to attack on your same piece, which you have to move 3 times, and you allow black to develop his pieces in the meantime. So that you should ignore. You should not do in your games, because here I go back again to tell you what happens here. First of all, even one more step back. So first, white plays bishop to d3, now bishop to c4, and then you again move your bishop, bishop takes c4, and now b5, and now you move again your bishop again b3. So that's you are violating the chess principles you should play in the even in the opening stages, especially in the opening stages. You should not be moving your pieces again and again. Anyways, going back to the game, after bishop to d3, rook to d8 was played, and from the learning's perspective, it's always beneficial to place the rook in the line of the queen. So here queen had to move queen to e2. You guys have a look, try to digest this. What exactly is happening here? Black is really literally dictating white. So black is trying to play the moves, and he knows what white is going to play. Anyways, moving forward, after queen to e2, bishop to b7 was played, and here at this position white has castled, and now knight to e5 was played. So here black is offering knight exchanges where knight takes e5 and bishop takes e5. So after this move f4 was played, and friends, I'm telling you, that is a blunder. Why it's a blunder? First of all, Rubinstein will really tell you why it's a blunder, but at this point you have really made this bishop active, and now this diagonal is completely accessible, and even it's empty at the moment, and this is what Rubinstein has taken advantage of. So moving forward, at the moment the attack is on this bishop, so bishop moves to c7, and now e4. So friends, is e4 move suggest that uh, and the next move e5 is coming, and there'll be attack onto this knight. So should he be worried about this knight at the moment? Absolutely not, right? So because what happened here is, of course, in the game, uh, rook in the game, rook a to c8 was played, and but I tell you one more sample line before moving on to rook a to c. Knight to h5 could have been played where queen captures h5 and then rook capture d3. So basically what could have happened here, although this has not happened, that black could have managed here to break a bishop pair from the black. But here the game can continue, that rook a to d1 where rook takes d1 and queen goes back, takes d1. Anyways, let's go back to the game. Rook a to c8 was played, and now e5. And better move here at this position, instead of playing e5, I would suggest you take the king to the safety. So king to h1 would be a better move, because bishop to b6 is always coming here. Say for example bishop to b6. Now for argument's sake, say rook a to d1. So bishop to d4, and then say e5, where bishop takes c3, e takes f6, and then bishop takes f6, and the game can continue. But anyways, let's go back to the game. e5 was played, but now is the time to punish the white. And how? But here comes bishop to b6 check. Now king move to h1. Now knight to g4, and the idea is to capture. Say here bishop to e4 was played, and Rubinstein played queen to h4. But I tell you, here from this position here's a missed win from the Rubinstein. So because after bishop to e4, uh, queen to h4 was played, but instead of playing queen to h4 from this position, knight takes h2 can be played, where king takes h2 and queen to h4 would be a checkmate. So that's a missed win from the Rubinstein. Anyways, let's go back to see the more beauty of this game. So from here, bishop to e4 was played, where queen moved to h4, and now g3 was played. So g3, the idea of behind g3 is you are attacking onto the queen, also you are defending this pawn, defending this pawn from the queen. But that's a blunder according to the most engines, because from this position rook to c3 is possible, or in fact was played rook to c3, where so it's a basically a queen sacrifice. So g takes h4, and now rook to d2. So friends, pause the video and try to figure it out, that can this rook be captured, or this knight can be captured. So I'll give you few minutes. First of all, uh, ready. So first of all, this knight cannot be captured. Say for example, if you capture this knight, but then bishop takes e4 would be a checkmate. Or if you capture this rook, which uh, white if eventually did, so he captured queen to d2, but then here comes bishop to e4 check, and now this diagonal is blocked, and this diagonal is also blocked. There is no way for the king to move, so the only legal move available here is to play queen to g2, but then there is no point capturing the lane, although you can capture the queen, and then after the king captures g2 you can fork the king and the rook, but there is no point of such moves. Rubinstein's come up with another master class here. He played rook to h3. Rook to h3 because now if you capture this queen is pinned, so you cannot move the queen. If you capture the bishop, uh, then rook to h2 would be checkmate, and you cannot capture the rook because the queen is pinned anyway. So here at this position, the George has resigned. So friends, let me know how you like this game. Do give me your comments. Till then, take care. Bye bye.